It's been 5 years, and almost everyone will remember the incredible story of retired Captain Trevor Greene and his recovery from an Afghan axe to the head. Are you fully recovered, or are you telling yourself there's no way I'm fully recovered?
I took it out of the wheelchair. I'm not fully recovered. I'm walking on my own again.
Some of the biggest, maybe the struggles or that you guys have encountered, and how you met those struggles and overcame them, or the challenges that you guys have faced. There must be many.
Yeah.
Trevor had badly contracted feet, and his feet were pointed down like a ballet dancer's, and that's been the biggest hurdle to overcome. He had to have surgery to have them straightened, and had to wear casts and very large frames with pins in his feet for about 2 or 3 months. And every day, 4 times a day, I had to turn bolts on them, and they slowly brought Trevor's feet up to a normal position again. That was the biggest hurdle.
When you first woke up in the hospital, you figured you were going back to Afghanistan the next day. Was there just some depression, some pretty low spots on your on the road to recovery?
I was blissfully unaware. My first memory was August '07.
So that's almost a year after it happened?
Almost a year and a half.
And
what was the memory when the first one that came back?
My regiment gave me a guard of honor with bagpipes. When I was in Alberta, I heard bagpipe music. That brought the memory back.
And it was a good memory?
Yes.
What do you consider some of the important milestones? And maybe, Debbie, you guys can add to it. Maybe his milestones are different.
I think they're different back in the first couple of years than they are now. In the first year, I mean, a milestone was Trevor being able to hold up his head for 10 seconds. That was a huge milestone. And being able to move a thumb and move a finger, those were huge. And then I remember thinking, I can't wait till he can scratch his own face, because he would say to me, scratch my face, and I would constantly be scratching his face, and I thought, if he could just scratch his own face, that would be it for me. That's all I would need. But then, we just keep setting the bar higher and higher and higher, because he keeps reaching these goals.
How much were you a factor in Trevor's recovery?
Crucial.
Yeah, I think I was pretty crucial.
1000%.
Yeah, a serious injury, I don't think somebody can overcome totally on their own. You need family support.
No.
You need, in this case, support from the military.
Yeah.
We couldn't have done it without their financial support, which helped.
And moral support.
Yeah, and their moral support. And that helped my emotional state of being. In the early days, when Trevor was still in the hospital, he was in Vancouver General Hospital for 13 months, and we had a 1-year-old at the time, so I needed to be at the hospital. They don't have the resources at the hospital to fully look after somebody, and the MFRC helped by providing finances for babysitting, so that was a huge help.
What kind of a role does your wife and having a daughter have in your recovery, the will to do better every day?
They're my girls. I'm going to be a whole husband and a whole father to them someday.
You guys are working on a book, and maybe we could talk about that, what you're working on.
It's a memoir.
And this book is going to be an inspirational story, obviously.
Warts and all.
You want to try to work on a foundation in Afghanistan to help women or girls be educated?
Yes.
Maybe you could tell us about that.
We set up a foundation called the Greene Family Education Initiative. Its mandate is to train girls in conflict zones to be teachers. We're starting in Afghanistan. I was willed $100,000, and we've taken that and invested it with a group. is going to take care of it for us.
The Vancouver Foundation.
Most people would probably have a hate on for the Afghan people after maybe what happened to you, but you've taken that and again reversed everything, and you still see an opportunity to help people. How does that work?
The kid that asked me had no hope for the future. The Taliban told him that if he killed an infidel, he'd go to heaven. They may have been holding his family hostage. I don't blame him.
Do you have a message for the Canadian public, and especially soldiers maybe that find themselves injured, and a message that you would have for those types of people?
Don't give up hope. You can do it. You're trained to succeed. You can do it.
With so much more to accomplish, there's no end in sight for Captain Greene's journey.